And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live Q&A here on the Film Stocked channel. It is Wednesday, September 25th at 6:06 p.m. Eastern. My apologies for getting a late start on the stream. Ever since I became a cat dad, sometimes, time gets away from you. He's a cute little guy. We love Indy. What can you say? But no, I also had to fill up my water. I was about to go, and I was like, nah, I got to fill this up. Water break already. I have to have water on a stream or else it'll be bad. You guys saw, was it Patreon last week or was it I don't know. It was either the Patreon stream last week or the YouTube stream 2 weeks ago where I did not have water for the first hour. It was brutal. But welcome in, everybody. If you're here live or on the replay, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're live. We're running it live. We got about 50 people in here and hopefully more to join. Looks like more are coming in right now. So hit that like button if you're in here. It helps out a lot. If you're on the replay as well, hit the like button and fire off your questions. Let's talk movies, shows, Stranger Things. Let's talk the weather because I live in Georgia. And if this stream cuts out, knock on wood, it's because of the power, because it's raining constantly here right now. What else? We got food, music, theme parks, you name it. Fire off your questions in the chat. The way to guarantee that I get to your question, comment, or concern is to send a super chat. Super chat's a huge way to help support me directly and the channel, and it's a way to guarantee that I get to answer your question, comment, or concern. So consider sending a super chat. If every single one you send a super chat, it'd be crazy. And then, if you want streams like this every other week, Patreon's the place to be. They're just like this. You get an extra stream, 2 extra streams a month, that is, for $5 a month. So consider that as well. But enough of the opening spiel. We got 81 people in here. Hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's do this thing. Let's do some crazy things on the stream. All right, let's do this thing. Let me actually type a comment really quickly because I forgot. That's the one thing I forgot to do before I hit go live. And then we will get right down to the questions. Keep firing off right now. Let's see. Can I type? Can Chris type? That's the name of the stream. Let's see. All right, we're getting there. We're almost there. And here we go. Hold on. Almost there. Way to help. All right. Now let me go pin that comment. And that lets folks who are just now joining the stream, lets them know, hey, super chat guarantees that I get your question, comment, or concern. We got 91 people in here. Crazy things are happening tonight. It's a good night. It's a great night. Let's begin. Here we go. If this would work. Hallelujah. All right. We're almost at 100 people already, and I haven't even answered a question. The first one's actually from Movie Fan 2002 with a super chat to kickstart the stream. This is something I've actually probably needed to address now for the past week. Hey, Chris, with the positive word of mouth surrounding Transformers 1, are you interested in giving the film a shot? Good question. I've been asked about this a lot. People have commented about it a lot. Hey, Chris, are you going to watch Transformers 1? The reason they ask, it has nothing to do with Transformers or the quality of the movie. It has to do with the fact that I have not beef, but maybe beef with the Transformers fandom. You could call it beef if you wanted. I put out a video last summer. Was it last summer? Transformers Rise of the Beasts came out. I negatively reviewed the film. I was real harsh on it, honestly. And then I just kind of I got so much backlash for being honest about my thoughts on that movie that the Transformers fandom and I haven't got along well since. So I kind of swore off of it in a way. And so that's why I'm not going to see Transformers 1. The trailers looked awful. But it's really shocking to me that such early buzz has come out a month before the movie hit theaters. People saying this movie is amazing. It's the best Transformers movie. It's one of the best movies of the year. And now that it's out in theaters, I think it debuted like 25 million domestic, which is solid enough. It actually probably should have done more, to be honest with you. That's my take. But I've seen positive things. People have DM'd me. People have commented, Chris, please watch this movie. And honestly, the only way I will watch this movie is if someone sends a $100 super chat. And I'm not even kidding. The only way I'll see this movie in theaters is if someone sends a $100 super chat. That's how I'm not just going to see this movie. I do. That's how I am with Transformers. All right. I'm not doing it. So the ball's in someone's court to make history. But I will not be seeing Transformers 1. I've heard good things. Trust me. I'm actually going to see The Wild Robot tomorrow as of now. Weather pending, if it's like really inclement and I can't get out or whatever, I should be fine for those of you if you're concerned. I'm in right outside of Atlanta, but like it's the forecast is just calling for like steady, hard rain. It's not like I'm going to be in. I saw some other places in Georgia. There's a tornado warning, actually. I'm not near that. But the winds could be pretty bad overnight, but it should be gone, I think they said sometime Friday. So I am seeing The Wild Robot tomorrow. I know I said in a Patreon stream last week that I wasn't going to see a new movie till Joker, but I lied. I'm seeing The Wild Robot. And then next week, I'm seeing 4 2024 movies at early screenings. 4. You'll have to stay tuned for what those are, but I'll tell you one of them, Joker. But the others, you'll have to find out. But no, to answer your question, Movie Fan 2002, I don't plan on it. I've heard great things. I don't care. I don't know. It's just, I don't care. Don't care. We got 100 people in here right now. Welcome in. Hit the like button if you guys are in here. And fire off your questions. Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, or concern. Am I going to watch Red 1 when it releases? Honestly, yeah, I think I will. I mean, that cast has me sold. J.K. Simmons and Chris Evans, The Rock. I'll see it. Do I expect much? No. I honestly feel like it's going to feel like a straight-to-streaming movie and not one of the better ones. But you never know. It's a Christmas movie. I'm always rooting for Christmas movies. I hope that I can add one to the rotation to watch every single year. But if I'm comparing it to something like a Violent Night, I already feel like Violent Night has the upper hand, even though that's kind of an unfair comparison. Thoughts on The Penguin from Nick? Haven't watched it yet. Thursday night, last Thursday when the episode dropped, I was at Geeked Week. And so I wasn't able to watch it that night. And then I never got around to it Friday or on the weekend. And this week, personally for me, I honestly, let's be honest here, the 96 people watching, I am a huge college football fan, Georgia football. My whole life been a Georgia football fan. This weekend, Saturday night, Georgia plays Alabama. For those who don't know, that's like arguably the biggest game of the year. I'd say it is. And so I'm very nervous about that, and it's dwelling on my mind, and I've been an anxious mess all week. And it's probably laughable to people who aren't football fans, but to me, it means more. It just means more. Yeah, I don't know. It's dwelling on my mind, but I want to watch The Penguin badly. I have something I'm kind of waiting for that I can't say too much about regarding The Penguin, and so that's kind of playing into it as well. Not necessarily, but I also wanted to rewatch The Batman prior to and do a Patreon commentary track. But with the Agatha eps, I got the 4 eps early last week. I was watching those, doing Patreon there, running around to Geek Week. I didn't get to the episode of The Penguin yet. I've heard nothing but great things. I'm still very excited to watch it. I'm sure I'm going to love it. I just want to make sure that I can watch The Batman before, which is 3 hours. And that's not like, it's not like an hour 45. You know, like I watched Beetlejuice again before Beetlejuice, and it was an hour and a half. I was like, oh, I can do that easily. 3 hours is a commitment, and so I gotta find the time to do that. I don't need to rewatch The Batman. Let me make that clear. I've seen the movie 3 times. I want to watch it again, and so that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I need to watch The Batman. I need to catch up before this new episode, which comes out Sunday night. Right? That's my plan. Hopefully, I mean, nothing is set in stone. All right, but I do want to watch it. Whew, water breaks are good. Hey, Chris, wanted to know if you're buying meet and greet tickets for the Upside Down Con in October. For those who don't know what this is, there's a convention in Jackson, Georgia, the real life downtown Hawkins. It's in Georgia. It's October 19th and 20th, and stars from Stranger Things will be there. You can meet them, get autographs, photo ops, all that. I don't plan on buying any meet and greets. That's not to say I have anything against meet and greets. I just can't justify it personally. Because you already, factor in autographs, factor in photo ops themselves, factor in traveling there, gas and all that. I can't justify a meet and greet, but I know a lot of people who like them and do them. If I'm doing a meet and greet, I want it to be a one-on-one thing, and I know that's not possible logistically. There's I think 20 people per meet and greet, and so it's sort of a meet and greet. Like when I hear meet and greet, my interpretation of that since I was a kid is I get to meet the celebrity one-on-one and talk to him for 5 to 10 minutes. And that's not what you get to do. And so I mean, that's fine. I understand it, but that's just how I've always felt about meet and greets. It's also really expensive to do a meet and greet, really expensive. And so if you factor that into an autograph to a photo op and you add it all up, it's crazy. So I personally, no, but they have the tickets for meet and greets at that specific convention have not gone on sale yet. Water break. Hello, everybody joining just now. We got 99 people in here. Be sure to hit that like button. And let's do a little speed round. I want to catch up on the chat. Again, sorry I was running a little late. Sniper says, I just saw a Sniper, by the way, patron. Shout out my patrons. Sniper says, I just saw Bill Hader is writing a script for a comedy show. Could be like Barry. I saw a discussing film notification. I should say the first part of a notification. I didn't even see the full tweet, but I did see Bill Hader is developing a comedy pilot for HBO, I believe is what the gist of it was, which I say hell yeah to that. I love Barry. Barry is maybe one of the most criminally underwatched shows, I should say. I think it is underappreciated because it is one of the best shows I've seen in the past 5 to 6 years. And so it didn't get enough appreciation at the time. And I hope maybe it does, moving forward. But I stand by that. I think Barry is an elite television show. Anything Bill Hader does directorially, in terms of dramatic acting as well, any of it, comedic, I'm there. He's hilarious in the 2000s comedies. He's darkly comedic in Barry, but also can go to those dark places and when it comes to the serious dramatic acting chops. So I'm there. Am I upset Cobra Kai didn't get a teaser in Geek Week? A bit, yeah. I wish we got a teaser. I think it was a golden opportunity to drop the Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 teaser. I don't know why we didn't get it. We're getting a trailer for the John Wick spinoff tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me of that. I actually need to write that down. I knew that I was forgetting to do something today. That's the one thing that I saw, and I was like, oh, I got to write that down. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't conflict, but it might just. We're going to see what happens. There's a chance I cancel that dentist appointment because of the weather. I'm writing ballerina trailer reaction down right now. Yeah, I'm excited for that trailer. I love John Wick 4, and I'll be reacting, hopefully. I can't guarantee that, though, because if the trailer drops while I'm at the dentist, that could be a conflict of interest. You then factor in traffic and everything and getting back, because it's not like the dentist is near me. You guys don't need to know all this information, but yeah, it'll be a game time decision. We'll put it that way. Let's see. I'm from England. Well, thank you for staying up late. Isn't it the middle of the night out there? Trin says, what do you think of Agatha All Along? I have a review of the first 4 episodes, non-spoiler, and I have reactions to the first 2 episodes on my Patreon. You guys should all go check that out. You can all go watch the reaction for free. The way I do my Patreon is the first episode reaction or commentary track for anything I cover is free to give you guys a taste of what it is, and then it's $5 a month from there. Again, anything, huge support over there. Huge support directly to me over there if you guys go sign up for that. But anyway, thoughts on Agatha? I think it's fine at best. Fine at best, which is not what I should be using. Those aren't words I should be using to describe. Excuse me. Those are not words I should be using to describe an MCU Disney Plus show. I feel strongly that this show should have come out probably in the fall of 2022. Is that possible? Or was it possible? I don't know. But at this point in time, and at least for me, I speak for myself only, I'm kind of like, I'm good. I think the Agatha ship has sailed. Not to say she is like a painfully uninteresting character. I don't think she is. But I just don't, it's not there. It's not clicking for me. I feel like this show is trying to recapture some of the glory from the week-to-week WandaVision hype, and it's just not there. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this show, and I feel like that's become a common trend with every new MCU Disney Plus show lately, and I don't know, man. This show, I don't know, through 4 eps, I've seen 4. It hasn't really won me over. It's not the worst of the MCU Disney Plus shows, but that's not like that shouldn't be the bar, you should make a great TV show. And it just feels like some of the shows they put out recently from both Star Wars and Marvel are like products. If you hear a train over the hill, my apologies, by the way. I'll probably be loud for like a real second. Here we go. And then it should kind of die out. I feel like a lot of these Star Wars and Marvel shows, I'm adding the Acolyte right now, I'm adding Agatha, are products of this idea-happy time period for Disney Plus that probably started up around 2021 when they saw the success of all the shows they were pumping out. They were like, oh, we could do this spinoff and this and this and this and this and this with this character and just utilize Disney Plus. And then they had a bunch of big picture ideas, but they didn't actually execute and make compelling stories out of them. They just said, hey, let's have She-Hulk and Secret Invasion, but not really put a lot of effort into it. And so that's where I feel we are now. I think the Acolyte, maybe the Skeleton Crew show that's upcoming, and this show, Agatha, are all like the last of that era of the MCU on Disney Plus, or Star Wars on Disney Plus for that matter, where they're just a result of having these ideas, these big ideas, but not actually wanting to put in the work to make them great. I have a feeling that Daredevil Born Again will be the savior of the MCU on Disney Plus, but even then, how much stock can we put in that, because it's basically just Daredevil season 4. It's not like it's an original show. Like if Ironheart's amazing, then we could flip the script. But Daredevil does feel like it's like in terms of MCU movies, it's like a No Way Home, a Guardians 3, or a Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's not 100% just relying on things from the past that we know are going to work, but kind of is. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Agatha right now. It's not really doing much for me. Can we talk about Geeked Week? Geeked Week was fun. I was able to attend in person the live culmination. That was a really neat experience. As for the the presentation, we didn't get a ton, to be honest with you, and I kind of knew that was going to be the case going in. Netflix historically with Tadum with Geeked Week, they give a lot of behind the scenes featurettes, which are cool for shows you like. If you don't like the show, it's like, oh, whatever. But they didn't really drop any meaty teasers or trailers. Even the Squid Game thing, which was like, we were banking on Squid Game, it didn't do much. It was a 45-second thing. So I really thought we were going to get some full trailers. And honestly, they should have dropped the Outer Banks trailer. They dropped the Outer Banks trailer yesterday. They should have just dropped it at Geek Week a week prior. Yeah, why not? I don't know. Geek Week was fun though. I'm glad I was able to attend in person. But like I said, historically, the Netflix events can be a bit lackluster in terms of what they present to us. I feel that way about a lot of convention-esque things. Like a lot of them just don't go all out like they used to. Sometimes D23 even underwhelms. All right. Waiting for Chris. Yep. Sorry, I was running a little late. Let's see. Hey, Chris, saw you mention The Parent Trap in a recent video. Are you a fan of it? I've always thought it's so much better than it had any right to be. And Lindsay Lohan was incredible. Yeah, that movie's awesome. It's awesome. I watched it. Like, I'd always seen scenes from it, but I think I fully watched it for the first time in like 21 or 22, I want to say. 1921. No, 2021. It's very good. It has one of the most underrated soundtracks ever. I don't say that lightly. God, it's good. It's really just a wholesome family film that makes you feel good. And it's a banger. That's what it is. It's a banger. That's what I have to say, Nick. We got 2 super chats, one from Movie in 2002 saying, Chris, why didn't you react to the latest trailer for Gladiator 2? Is it because it was released the same day as Thunderbolts trailer? Yes, for the most part. That day, I honestly spent way too much time dealing with Thunderbolts. For those who don't know, the Thunderbolts trailer was blocked for everybody. When it initially dropped, it was copyright blocked, which like a lot of times, to give you guys insight, certain studios, I'm adding Warner Bros., I'm adding Universal, they will they won't block. They will not allow you to monetize a trailer reaction. The visibility will not be impacted on that trailer reaction, okay? You can still post it. You just can't get any money from AdSense. So that's just something that is unfair because it's fair use. And Marvel doesn't have the problem ever. Disney usually doesn't ever claim that, okay? However, with Thunderbolts, when I posted it, I got a copyright blocked, which means the video can't be posted. It can't be visible to anybody. And the reason it said it was copyright blocked is not because of Where's My Mind by the Pixies. It's because it believed it was the San Diego Comic-Con trailer that leaked. That's what it said. It was either D23 or San Diego Comic-Con, one of the two. And so it was like, oh, this is the leak. We're blocking it. And I had some buddies, shout out my boy Trevor from Film Geeks. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but all love to him. He texted me and said that the trailer reaction was blocked. And I saw on Twitter I think Real Rejects, one of the biggest reaction channels on YouTube, was like, yeah, sorry guys, it's blocked. So what I did was I tried my hand at re-editing it and it didn't work. And then I was like, okay, if this is how it's going to be, I'm just going to cut it up in a very unfortunate way that's going to be frustrating for the viewer to watch. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. And it's like, that's the only way I can get it out. And then I'm just going to post the full thing on Patreon where it's not going to get a claim. So that's what I did. You guys, if you want to watch that full trailer, again, it is free to watch on my Patreon right now. But yeah, I had to cut it. I had to cut it every second. And I knew that it would be frustrating, but that's the only way I could really get it out. So to answer the question though, yes, that's why by the way, there's 116 people in here right now. I salute every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. It means a lot. Super chat's the way to go to guarantee I get your question. But no, as for this question, like I said, I was dealing with that for so long that I was like, I'm just not even going to watch the Gladiator trailer. I have not watched it yet. I think the first Gladiator 2 trailer sold me so hard on the movie that I have no intention of watching this one. I've seen enough. Now, if I go to the movies and they play the new trailer for Gladiator 2, I'll watch it. It'll go in one ear, out the other. I won't process it. That's how I am with a lot of trailers. I usually am able to throw them out of my mind for the most part. Unless I really dissect it, like an MCU trailer for the most part, I really go in on. But even then, I'm really good nowadays at watching a trailer, giving my thoughts on it, maybe doing a quick little breakdown of it, and then just erasing everything I saw. So that when I watch the movie or show the trailer was for, I can go in fresh. Rob's with a super chat, like the profile picture. Are you excited for Cobra Kai Part 2? Very. What are we, about 6 weeks out? 7 weeks out, maybe? We're a month and a couple weeks out. So we're not far. I'm ready. I think I saw something. I haven't spoken about this. I won't say what I saw. I think I saw a photo on my Twitter that potentially spoiled something, but I scrolled fast and I honestly forgot about it until right now. And I'm going to pretend I didn't see it. But if it is what it was, and if what I saw is true, I can't say I'm really shocked because it's something I kind of theorized on happening by the end of the season anyway, and I'll stop talking there. But I'm very excited for Cobra Kai Part 2, and I'll have reactions to every episode on the main YouTube channel, and I'm looking forward to it. I've really enjoyed Cobra Kai. I've enjoyed more so the fandom I've met from Cobra Kai. A lot of my community I've built, met through my Cobra Kai reaction series. So I look forward to continuing that with Part 2 in November, and that's all I have to say about that. Water break. By the way, you guys are crushing it tonight. 104 people in here right now. Hit the like button. Helps out a lot. Do it. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get your question. But let's get back to the chat. Get into as many of these as I can. I won't be able to get to all of them. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. Same to you if you're in that area or anyone who's in the area. I know that fortunately I'm not in like a direct line of contact with the hurricane, but I am just going to get a lot of heavy rain from it. But yeah, stay safe to everyone out there who is. It's really bad today, I think, into Friday, or tonight, all day Thursday into Friday, but hopefully it sort of disappears for the most part on Saturday. What's up, everybody? Happy early birthday, Xander. All good. Shout out my man, Jacob, Starcourt Food Court, the mod. Again, I already answered this. I have not. I have no thoughts because I haven't seen it. JP with a super chat. What would be better, Cap 4 or Thunderbolts? Good question. I honestly, after watching that Thunderbolts trailer, can confidently say I think Thunderbolts is going to be the better movie. Thunderbolts just looks like my kind of movie. The trailer won me over hard. I know that. I think that's kind of the consensus. From what I gather, most people are pretty positive on the Thunderbolts trailer. It just looks, and I hate to. I mean, it's such an easy out to say what I'm about to say, and it's cringe that I'm even about to say it, but it's like. It's a layup. I just got to say it. It is like the Suicide Squad for the MCU. You've probably heard that a million times, but that's fact. All right. I don't like when there's like an obvious comparison and everyone makes it, but it is sometimes just so obvious you have to make it. Look, I'm sold stylistically. I was digging it. I really like what they're doing with Bucky in this movie, or what they seem to be doing. And two of my favorite new additions to the MCU post Endgame, Red Guardian played by David Harbour, and, Yelena Belova, played by Florence Pugh. So excited to see their dynamic again. You got Bucky in the picture, John Walker, Sentry's being introduced. There's a lot to look forward to with this movie. I think it's going to be awesome, badass, maybe a bit dark, gritty for the MCU. I'm okay with that. Thunderbolts, I think, will be the better movie. Good question. And again, thank you for the super chat. All right. Thoughts on Invincible, like or dislike it? I've seen season 1. I've never seen season 2. And honestly, I don't know when I will watch it. I hope to watch it at some point, but I don't know. Invincible season 1 I thought was very solid. It didn't. At the time, I was like, "Oh, this is amazing," but I just haven't thought about it since. I would love to rewatch and then watch season 2, but I just don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Let's see. Han Solo or Indiana Jones? Give me Indy. Indiana Jones. I have a cat named Indy after Indiana Jones, so I got to go with Indiana Jones. The first episode of The Penguin, I'm hooked. I hope it hooks me. I've heard great things about it, and I believe I will be a fan when I do get to watch it. Troy, funnily enough, to answer this question, I got a video dropping after this stream on the main channel talking about this in a way. I won't spoil the video, but I am posting a Stranger Things video today. For those wondering, all 104 of you better have the notifications on for when it goes live. It's about a location that's getting demolished. That probably gave it away, and it should have. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll be informed. But I'm making a video about that, potential implications it has on season 5 filming, as well as briefly talking about how I may or may not have something cooking for October regarding a volume 3 of Filming Locations vlog. Thank you. Movie Fan 2002 with another super chat. Crushing it, dude. I appreciate that. Do you think Thunderbolts will be better than Fantastic Four? You want the truth? Do you think you guys can handle the truth? I do. I do. And you want to know why? Matt Shakman is directing Fantastic Four. Matt Shakman directed episodes of WandaVision. I am not crazy about WandaVision. I thought about that recently. Matt Shakman is the director of Fantastic Four, and WandaVision is something that just never fully ended up winning me over. As much as I love the cast, love it, and the score, the brief score we have from Michael Giacchino it's electric. I'm gonna say it. It's electric stuff. I think I lean Thunderbolts right now in terms of just pure movie. I think I might be more hyped for Fantastic Four, but I think Thunderbolts is going to be the better movie today. This is September 25th, 2024. Don't hold me to that forever, but I'm leaning Thunderbolts right now. I know. Crazy. JJ's in the house. What's good? Tiana says, what do you think this year's Stranger Things Day will reveal? Great question. We've been talking about this ad nauseum for months and months now. And because Geeked Week didn't give us anything for Stranger Things aside from this quick little behind the scenes video, I'm pretty comfortable in saying the first official teaser trailer will drop. That could be a 45-second teaser, but we will have official footage from season 5, in my opinion, on November 6th of this year. Let that sink in. I think they'll give us 2025. They'll say coming 2025. And that'll be that. We have a cameo now from our boy Indy. There he is.
You guys can.
He's getting more every week. He moves around more and more.
You can document how big he's getting.
He's getting more spastic too. He loves to move around more, but we love the little guy. Look at him. There's meow for the people. He's crazy, but we love him. He's also very lovely. Look, he might throw a hook on me. Hey, buddy. That's my baby boy.
He wants to go into your desk.
Yeah, he does. He loves going to my desk. He'd probably tear it up, though. He said no. There's our Indy cameo.
And Cameron.
And Cam. Indy's better, though, right? I just wanted to see your face.
Or
water break. That was fun. All right. Yeah, to answer this, I think we will get... like I said, probably coming 2025, and they'll have a Stranger Things teaser. Maybe episode titles. I don't think they'll do that just yet, though. Let's see. What's good, Jason? How you doing? Favorite Saw movie twist? Look, I think the first is I won't say any of the twists, so if you guys haven't seen them, you don't have to worry. But I'm not gonna. It's gonna be hard to go against the first Saw movie, just because it's probably the best twist I've ever seen. If I had to pick another one, damn good twist, I'm going to say Saw 4. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Kids Funhouse says opinions on Terrifier 3. I honestly, to answer this question, I don't care about Terrifier. I think I've talked about it before. I have no interest in watching Terrifier because to me, what I've heard, it seems like just gruesome murders with no real substance other than that. Now, you might look at me and go, Chris, you watch the Saw movies. Isn't that hypocritical? And maybe to a certain extent, but I've always found that Saw has its own continuity. And the thing that has me hooked for Saw is the mystery of it all. It becomes this elaborate whodunit with continuity errors galore and constant retconning, but it adds to the charm in a weird way. I don't watch Saw for the traps and the kills. I watch Saw for the twists and turns and the occasional great film. The first Saw X was very solid in my opinion. So yeah, Terrifier to me just seems too far. Like Saw can go overboard, admittedly. But to me, Terrifier, and I don't know enough to even really talk about Terrifier because I haven't seen a movie. This is just based off what I've seen, like promo images and like brief clips. And oh, I'm bleeding. That's lovely. Don't know how that happened. Weird. Anyway, I think Art the Clown's coming for me, guys. I started talking about it and I got blood on my arm. That's scary. No, yeah, I just think with Terrifier, it seems like just absolutely almost like heartless, like too dark, too disturbing. And I just don't think I want to dabble in that. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I know this Terrifier 3 movie's in Christmas though. So Christmas, is it a Christmas movie? You make that call, but it's set during the Christmas season. So there's that. Again, Super Chat guarantees I answer your question. Huge way to help support the channel. And if you want more streams like this, excuse me, I should have mentioned this again earlier. If you want more streams like this, I do one every other week on Patreon, and it's just like this. But I get to answer every single question in that chat. So yeah, if you want to join the Patreon, go for it. I mean a lot. Favorite Spider-Man film? Oh man. It's like a 3-way tie, which is so cheating, and I'm sorry, but I find myself always drawn back to the original Spider-Man. No Way Home is like the Spider-Man movie. So it's between like No Way Home and Spider-Man from 2002. Favorite subject in school? History. I always loved history. It was my favorite, and I honestly am intrigued by it to this day. My least favorite by far was probably science or math. I hated both. I was more of a language arts or English history kind of guy. Would you rather have episode titles or a 1-minute teaser? With ease, 1-minute teaser. Why? Because a while back, if you'll remember, I think it was June or July, maybe even earlier. It was earlier than that. It was like maybe even May or April. The supposed episode titles leaked. We don't have any confirmation if those are 100% true or set in stone, but it happened, and I can't help but believe some of them are probably going to be the titles that we get in this final season. So I'm good there. I don't really want to know the episode titles yet. I'm comfortable with just these leaked titles right now. I want footage. I'm fiending for footage, and I think we all are. So I think that most people would say they prefer the teaser, and I'm on that camp. I'm in that camp, I should say, of wanting the teaser. Let's see. Do I think Max will die? I think Max is safe. I don't think they would bring Max back. I think they would have offed her if they were going to, because she had such a brutal almost death that it would be too cruel to bring her back from that and then kill her again. She already died technically, so to kill her again would just be heartless. But you could say the same about Hopper if you wanted to. I just think Max is a different case because Max, her limbs were snapped, her eyes almost fully gouged out. I mean, it's brutal. So I think Max is going to live. I don't think they'll kill her. If they were going to, they would have left her dead. Movie Fan 2002 with yet another super chat saying, hot take, the raft scene is worse than the fridge. And I know what you're talking about. I think I got to give context to those who don't. We're talking Indiana Jones here, folks, okay? The raft scene is from Temple of Doom. It's when Indy and Short Round are on Lao She's plane, and they're, evading him. But the pilot leaves them. It was all a trap. They didn't know it was Lao She's plane. Boom, they jump out. They have an inflatable raft, like your whitewater rafting. They fall from a plane, like skydiving height, land on the side of a mountain perfectly. Boom. Slide all the way down the mountain, fall off a waterfall fall off a cliff, huge cliff. We're talking Grand Canyon, into a river, and there's no injuries. Then they go through some rapids and down a waterfall, I'm pretty sure. It's very, very over the top. This came out in 1984, and there was no issue there. But then we go to 2008's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and Indiana Jones ends up in this nuke town, and they're going to set the nuke off. And so he gets in a fridge that's lead lined. The nuke goes off, and he gets launched. He gets launched out of by the explosion, right? He gets launched sort of away from it, and he lives with not many injuries. He then has this radiation bath. Both are ridiculous, and I think in both cases he would die, frankly. But if he had a better chance of surviving one, I think I'm inclined to say that the fridge as well. which might sound really stupid, but I would guarantee they would have died on impact when the raft fell, like immediate death, splat. This thin of a raft isn't going to do anything with the impact on no, dead. At least you got a fighting chance with the fridge, man. You know, lead lined. Who knows how much lead? You're in a metal container. You probably would have. I mean, yeah, he probably would have died as well, but I'd say he has more of a chance there. I don't know. I mean, I feel you though. Like, I do think that the nuke scene gets way too much hate, and people use that as an excuse to bring the whole movie down. They go, "Oh, there's CGI gophers, and there's a nuke, and CG or and Shia LaBeouf swings with monkeys," and I'm like, that's not even 2 minutes of the movie. But people are very, very quick to go to the look past the things in the original trilogy. Now, time travel and dial takes it too far. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in Indiana Jones. Like the third act of that movie, unforgivably stupid. At least everything else to me has always been feasibly based in reality. They went too far there. Anyway, Indiana Jones rant over. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, water break. Just did a lot of yapping. Bianca says, "Can you tell us about your Geeked Week experience?" Yeah, it was super cool. I talked about it briefly earlier, but it was really neat. You know, they had a lot of cool photo ops, and it was just cool to be in that auditorium, which they had the air conditioning cranking, and I was thankful for that. I'm a very sweaty man. Okay, I sweat a lot. I can't help it, and so I was like dying in there, like sweating, and then we like outside, we were on this rooftop, and like the sun was beating down on us because for some reason it's still like 90 degrees daily in Georgia. It's sickening. It's almost it is fall. It's almost October. It's gross. It's gross, really and truly. No, it was fun. I had a great time, and that's really all I have to say. I mean, I met some cool people there. The coolest part about it was in Atlanta, which is like my home city. So I didn't have to fly anywhere. It was local, which is rare. I've never done anything local like that. Like besides like an early movie screening. So that was probably the coolest thing about it, honestly, aside from the event itself. I do wish there was more for Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, but I get it, I guess. I think Stranger Things is saving it for Stranger Things Day. Jason Carr in the house. I appreciate that, man. Welcome in, and I hope all's well with you, dude. Glad to see you here. All right. Some horror films to put on your radar, Chris. The Substance is getting a lot of buzz. It's out now. Also, A24 The Heretic starring Hugh Grant comes out in November and is getting festival buzz. I've seen the poster for The Substance, and it looks really disturbing. But I haven't, other than the poster and people like talking about it on Twitter, which I just have seen it's trending. I haven't actually seen positive or negative reviews about the movie. That's all I know about it. And then The Heretic I've heard of as well. Hugh Grant. Don't know much about that one either. RJ in the house. What's up, dude? Shout out RJ. What a guy. What's my favorite scary movie? Scream. What's your favorite scary movie? Scream. I'd say it's gotta be. It's the one I've probably rewatched the most in the past 5 years, or since I saw it. I'd probably have rewatched it more than others. So I'd probably say that one. The Sinners trailer I watched. It was fine. I don't know. It seems off for a Coogler movie. I don't know. It seemed it's a new venture for him. Let's just say that. I'm not sold, but you never know. I grew up with the Wild Robot books, and when I watched that movie, expect the nostalgia to come back like a wrecking ball. Well, you learn something new every day, because I swear to God, I did not know that this was not an original concept. I thought that it was just an original DreamWorks concept. I had no clue that there's a Wild Robot book series. But you learn something new every day. I genuinely had no clue. Wow. Really did not know that. Keep Watch Burn, the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Back to the Future trilogy, Indiana Jones trilogy. Whoo! Man, that's really brutal. That's really brutal, Christian. That's evil, actually. Look, I love and will defend the prequel trilogy pretty much forever. But I also can acknowledge that of those three, it's got to be the one that I burn, for me. Of those three movies, I think Phantom Menace might be the one I'm the biggest defendant of. Attack of the Clones is bad, but I have nostalgia for it. And then Revenge of the Sith overrated, but that doesn't mean it's bad. People will hear me say that I say that. I think Revenge of the Sith is overrated. I still think it's like maybe the 5th best Star Wars movie, or 4 even, arguably, but that doesn't mean it's like a 5 out of 5 or the best Star Wars movie. No. Look, I will keep... Damn. I got to keep the Indiana Jones trilogy right now. I mean, it's technically not a trilogy because there's 2 other movies, but Raiders and Crusade, come on. Raiders, Crusade, Temple of Doom is like the odd one out of those 3, but I keep Indy. I watch Back to the Future, and I love every second of it. And I burn the prequel trilogy, I guess, because I can live with just the OGs. I can do it. If I had to, I could do it. Can you do a reaction to Outer Banks season 4 on YouTube? I don't know if I will. I think I'll just watch it, honestly, but I will make content about it. I'll make a review of it, and yeah, I'll probably do like maybe some theories or predictions for part 2 because they're breaking it up into 2 parts. Connor says, what upcoming Marvel and DC movies are you looking forward to? I'll give you 1 for each real quick. Marvel, I'm really looking forward to Thunderbolts as of today, and DC, I'm looking forward to the Batman part 2. I need that movie I need it now, actually. I need it now. Hey, Chris, when did you start your YouTube channel? Film stocked. I started at June of 2019. That does not mean I consistently posted since June of 2019. I would post maybe a couple times a month tops for a while. When did I start truly taking it very seriously? Probably like genuinely, I thought in 2020, but in retrospect, I'd say 2021. Even then, I'm like, I'm like 2022 is when it really started. But even then, that's just how you are. I get a few years ahead. I'll be like, oh, what was I doing in 2024? That's just how I am as a person. All right, let's do a speed round. You guys ready for that? Have you seen the Sinners trailer? I have seen it. Thought it was all right. I love the Batman. I do too. I've never seen Amadeus, but I'm familiar with what it is. What are you hoping to see in the Batman 2? Honestly, I'm hoping to see another... What do I want to see? If pick one thing right now, I want another all-time score from Michael Giacchino if he composes the film. That's what I want. That's what I want. Georgia is lucky St. Nick retired, though might lose anyway. Alabama's going to win the game 31-23, and I've already accepted it. Come back to this when it happens. Could Steve Harrington die in Stranger Things 5? Yes, I think he has, unfortunately, a high probability of dying. Of the alive characters, the older teens specifically, he's probably the betting odds favorite to die, actually, which sucks. We're getting Paddington 4 confirmed. I saw. Guess what? I've never seen a Paddington. Not one. Crazy, I know. We have 100 people still in here. Be sure to hit the like button. Helps out a lot. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, or concern. I hear my boy Indy meowing outside the door. Kind of want to let him in. Poor guy. I love him so much. Anyway, am I going to watch Dream Productions? I don't believe so. I don't really think I will. Is that the Inside Out spinoff? No, I probably won't watch it. But you never know. Ollie in the house. Shout out Ollie. Hey, Chris, what's your Stranger Things 5 theory on the Upside Down? He wants to get in here, doesn't he?
He was crying for
I
it.
heard him. Here, I'll hold him. For the folks. Hey, Bubba. Hey, buddy. Hey, Chris, what's your Stranger Things 5 theory on the Upside Down and its relation to Dimension X? I honestly could go into a whole thing, but I won't. It's you can check out right here. Go to Cam's YouTube channel. Her video on that is my my advice, because I don't want to get into it because it gets into the First Shadow stuff, and I haven't seen the First Shadow, but I've read about it, and I don't really feel comfortable getting into that. But yeah, that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say.
Question. Find a question I can answer.
Did the Thunderbolts trailer sell you?
I was sold the minute the cast was announced. I was actually one of the few people that wasn't shitting on the lineup of the Thunderbolts people. I've been defending it since the beginning, and I think the trailer sold a lot of people.
It sold me. I talked about it earlier. I was asked, am I more excited for Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four? I answered Thunderbolts as of today.
Wow.
Yep. Hey, buddy. He's trying to throw a hook. Look at him. He'll do some crazy stuff now. He's a wild ball of energy, but he'll sleep all through the night. We love him. He's a good boy. All right. Do you think Joker 2 or Venom 3 will be better? Joker 2 with ease, in my opinion. It's already better. Sight unseen, I think Joker's the better movie. That's not even crazy to say, I don't think. Should I watch Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad or Breaking Bad than Better Call Saul? You should watch Breaking Bad first because it's the one that came out first. I've always been an advocate of watching whatever in a series of movies or a series of shows, whatever. You should watch it in release date order because that's the way it was released to everyone initially. And sometimes when you watch a prequel first, it can spoil things from the original source material. So I've always been an advocate of watch Breaking Bad, then Better Call Saul. Which one is my favorite? Today, I think I lean Better Call Saul, but I got to watch them both again at some point. Happy birthday, Jedi Connor. Water break for you. Is Superman the only DCU movie we're getting next year? Yeah, it is. Isn't that crazy? They're slowing down, and I appreciate him for it. I think Supergirl is the following year in 2022. What were your thoughts on Down the Witch's Road? A banger. I can't lie. At first, I was nervous. I was like, here we go. Power of One, the Power of Two, the Power of Many, Part 2. But guess what? It ended up being a banger. I'm not going to lie. It really won me over. That song did, at least. Am I going to watch Skeleton Crew? I may watch it for my Patreon. I did the Acolyte. I feel like it's only fitting to do the Skeleton Crew. I'll ask my patrons what they think, though. Which you guys should join. Join the Patreon, guys. It's fun over there. Favorite Back to the Future movie is the OG. It's got to be. We need to roster a photo dump. We really do. It's been a minute. I feel like they're cooking up some stuff for the finale, though, so he's a bit occupied right now. It's beginning to look a lot like Halloween. That it is. I'm ready. I've been watching some spooky movies. I got some Halloween decorations up. I'm ready. Do I think this season of OBX will be the best? No. 1 and 2 are just going to be hard to top for me, but it could be better than 3. Excuse me. Shout out Adam's Art Box. Get your art from there. Adam's Art Box is the man. I am not planning to watch Megalopolis, to be honest with you. I've heard it's very bizarre. I've heard it's even, some would describe it as pretentious. Gavin says, what score is better, Man of Steel or Dune? Man of Steel. Yeah, I'm sure that probably pissed some people off, but Man of Steel. Hello there. Commentary tracks for the first Joker and Whiplash. I don't know about that, but I got to see Whiplash. I don't think I'm going to get around to it in theaters, which makes me sick, but what can you do? What can you do? Shout out Frazier. Get better soon. Heal up. MegaCon or Fan Expo? I'm pretty sure it's the same company. I don't know for sure, but I think MegaCon is just a Fan Expo convention that is the big one on the East Coast. I could be off there. Someone please let me know if I am. MegaCon's humongous. MegaCon's the biggest convention I've been to, and it can get hectic if you don't like crowds. Some of the Fan Expos are a little smaller, easier to maneuver around, so pick your preference, I guess, would be my answer to that. What's the worst movie you've ever watched? Maybe a movie that I watched literally Friday called Uglies on Netflix. That could be maybe one of the worst things I've ever laid eyes on. Best movie of the decade is literally Oppenheimer. I'm going to agree with that. Wholeheartedly, actually. Over No Way Home, over Maverick. Yeah, I think Oppenheimer is the best movie of the decade, I would say. Looking through the chat here, trying to find some questions. I've been going for 50 minutes almost. You guys are crushing it today. Keep the questions coming. Super chat them in if you're dying to have me answer one, and super chats really do go a long way. And Patreon is also the place to be, guys. You got to go check out that Patreon. All right. Alrighty. Keep watch Burn, Ex Machina, Manchester by the Sea, Babylon. I haven't seen Ex Machina, so I really can't answer this, but I can say that Babylon was underrated. I've only seen it once, but it was long as hell, but I dug it. And Manchester by the Sea, another one of those movies I'll only watch once because of how damn emotionally draining it is. But it was a really well-made movie, guys. Really upsetting, though. Not something I ever envision myself watching again. 3 weeks till I arrive in Georgia. Water break to that, my friend. The Upside Down Con's almost here. I don't think I've fully fathomed that or come to terms with it. Georgia is going to destroy Alabama on Saturday night in Dogs by 21. We'll see. I would love that, but I have no hope. Maybe I'm intentionally playing a mind game with myself, and I'll reveal that next week on the Patreon stream. But I'm approaching the week build up to this game differently than I have in the past. So, all right, let's see. Is the artwork in the back originals? It is. They're prints of artwork that Adam's Artbox did. They're from Adam's Artbox. So you can look up Adam's Artbox on Instagram. He has a shop. Go do that, actually. I implore you guys to. I get asked about it a lot. Go check him out. He's awesome. Saw is like a kid's movie compared to Terrifier. Well, see, then I feel better about my comments earlier in the stream. I don't feel bad about being a Saw fan anymore. I'm glad I've avoided Terrifier. Am I going to watch Grotesque or whatever? I didn't know. I think I did actually see a discussing film notification that Travis Kelce was going to be on a show. Didn't really know about that, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Truly don't know. Mark my words, Starcourt says. Stranger Things Day, we get a teaser, episode titles, and spin-off announcement. That would be so hype. And I do think they're going to go all out for this one. I hope you're right on all accounts, my friend. That would be electric. When's my birthday? It is November 29th. Welcome in. No worries. Glad you could make it. Do you think there will be a Sensei bracket in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2? Who will win? I don't, but I did make a video called Season 6 reacting to your Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 predictions, and this was one of them. It was like, will we get a Sensei bracket? And I was like, the prediction was there will be a Sensei bracket, and I was like, that would be sick. If that's the case, I think it's got to be Johnny who wins, but that would be awesome. I just don't know how they'd make it work. You can see Transformers 1. You got to check earlier in the stream. I kind of went off about it. All right, looking for some questions here. A lot of repeat ones, so I'm just trying to find some new ones. Water break. I got you. Gavin says, fun fact, there's a TV in the break room at my work, but all it does is replay Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Is that an intentional torture device for some? Because to me, I'd be all in. I would embrace that. I do though think that whatever movie that is, if I was in there and I kept seeing it every day, it would make me sick of it. Hey Chris, I'm sick and your vids have boosted my recovery. Well, I'm glad that that's the case. I appreciate that. And I hope you feel better. Quick question. Who do you think will host the next Oscars? Me personally, I think it should be Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Ooh. I could get on board with that. I don't think either of them would want to do it just because I know Hugh Jackman's done it in the past. And I know Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I mean, anytime big actors are in that spotlight and they make one joke that the writers wrote and it goes the wrong way, they don't want to be a part of that controversy or, taint their image in the public. So I would say probably not. I would sign up for it though. That would actually be my pick. I don't know if I could think of a better example of who should do it. Actually, I would love to see John Mulaney do it, but he won't do it. Same reason. Too risky. It'll probably be another talk show host or something. Are you planning on seeing A24's Y2K? Yeah, I think I will see that. That's with Rachel Zegler, right? And the kid from It and Defending Jacob. I probably will watch that movie. Are there any Stranger Things games available on iOS? I actually don't know for sure about that. I've never ventured into the Stranger Things game world, but I'm sure there's something out there. Can't believe it's almost been an hour, by the way. You guys have crushed it with the sports fan. If you're watching on the replay, hit the like button as well. I know a lot of you guys tune into these after the fact or after the live because it's like the middle of the night over across the pond. I'm almost out of water. All right. Ooh, a Keep Watch Burn, Bullet Train, Jump Street, Everything Ever All at Once. Vastly different movies across the board. I am going to approach this based on a rewatchability factor, and it's really simple because of that. Because I'm approaching it through that lens, right? I'm keeping Jump Street. I'm watching Bullet Train. I'm burning Everything Ever All at Once. I liked Everything Ever All at Once a good bit when I first saw it. It won Best Picture. I even bought the Blu-ray for like $5 on Black Friday. But I just don't know if it's a movie I'll revisit anytime soon. And because I approached it through the rewatchability criteria, or lens, I should say. That's why I did what I did. That's why I chose what I chose. Okay. Shout out Taylor. Thanks for being here. Thoughts on Deadpool 2 having the same plot as Looper? I haven't seen Looper, but I do think I know what you're saying. A younger version of, is it like a younger version of someone or an older version of someone gets sent to kill someone in the past, something like that? Isn't that what Looper is? Like Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are the same person? Interesting. I've never thought about that before. Do I listen to Joe Keery's music? I do. I love Joe. I listen to his music quite often. Actually, he's on the rotation for me. I have a playlist of all of the Joe songs from the albums and some. Yeah, I do quite a bit. Mickey 17. Yeah, I saw that trailer. Actually, I didn't. I saw part of the trailer. I never fully watched it. Looks weird. I don't know. I think Bong Joon-ho can do whatever the hell he wants now because he won the Oscar, but looks really bizarre from what I saw. Indy's the man. Yeah, he's gotten so much bigger. He's growing so fast. They grow up so fast. What's your favorite anime? I've never seen a single anime. Cam talking Stranger Things play is awesome. Yeah, everyone go check that vid out if you haven't already. What are your thoughts on the upcoming It series, Welcome to Derry? I'll be tuned in. I thought the first It was pretty good, actually. Then Chapter 2, I thought was a really big drop-off. So to see a prequel series, I'm intrigued. I do worry because I feel like it's been in development for ages. And it's like just now finally coming out. So I feel like, has the ship sailed a bit? I don't know. Maybe it has. Maybe not. Why not? How likely would you say it is for Jurassic World Rebirth to hit $1 billion? I'm 100% certain it will hit $1 billion. Why? The past 3 Jurassic movies hit $1 billion, and none of them are particularly good movies. World, the first one, is the best. The next 2 are bad. The third one stunk, and it crawled to $1 billion. There is a craze at the box office for Jurassic. You got ScarJo in there, who's a box office hit. Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey. Yeah, I think it does $1 billion. Comfortably $1 billion. Comfortably $1 billion. All right, I said it. You want Inside Out 3 and maybe a Pixar Cinematic Universe? I mean, I am down for Inside Out 3. I don't know about a Pixar Cinematic Universe, but I mean, in a way, if you subscribe to the Pixar theory, it all is one big cinematic universe. What do you guys think about that, huh? You got to watch Edward Scissorhands in my top 4. I hope to watch it at some point. I really hope to watch it at some point. Main Gamer in the chat. What are your thoughts on Kyle Chandler being cast as Hal Jordan for the Max Lantern series? Is that official? I saw it was like heavily speculated that's the case. Kyle Chandler is one of the underrated talents of our time. I mean, the man was obviously Coach Taylor in Friday Night Lights, but he's in so many movies and shows in supporting roles that are just forgotten. He's in Manchester by the Sea, to mention something we talked about earlier. He's in The Wolf of Wall Street. He's in, I mean, I'm blanking right now, but he's in countless movies and shows I've seen, and he crushes it every time. All right. I think he's in Game Night, I want to say, the comedy film. So he's in just the most random things, but he always delivers. Kyle Chandler slept on. Good for him if that's the case. I would be totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. I've never watched Gravity Falls. Never watched Gravity Falls. And that's the end of my water, sadly. In your opinion, what has the better future, DC or Marvel? RJ, yeah, you pose a good question here, man. What's funny is I filmed a short today that I'm posting in a few days talking specifically about this, but only acknowledging television. I think if we're just looking at TV, to drop a hint at an upcoming short I have coming, DC, and it's not even close. It's not even close. They have so many unique shows on the horizon. All right. Movie-wise, DC is they're really going back to the basics. All right. They're starting simply. Superman, Supergirl. That's their next 2 movies. And then Marvel's got like double, triple that coming out in that time, it feels like. So, I mean, it's hard. It's really difficult. I think DC has the opportunity to do something special with a whole new world I mean, genuinely, they can start fresh with new continuity and everything. So that's exciting. But I do think Marvel still with Fantastic Four, with Thunderbolts, with an Avengers movie. I mean, what Avengers squad is it? I don't know. None of us know. But it's still exciting in a way, love or hate what they're doing. It's exciting. I lean Marvel having the better future for movies, DC for TV. Ooh, yeah. The Batman's up there too. Top 5 of the decade for me, probably. Oppenheimer's got to be one, though. Patreon exclusive vids, someone said. Yeah, I do Patreon exclusive videos. Thoughts on Marmalade? It's been heavily recommended to me by many. It's the Joe Keery film that came out earlier this year. I would hope to watch it by the end of this year. But honestly, I got to get around to that. I think I'll like it. I've heard good things. I've heard really good things, actually. All right. If I skip some questions here, it's because I've already answered them. Have I watched Dexter? No, but it's near the top of my TV watch list right now. I need to watch it. I know I'll like it. I've heard so many good things. This is an Owala water bottle. Owala. There you go. Owala. Owala. I've never seen Succession. It's also one of those shows on my TV watch list that I got to get around to. Let's see. Dustin or Steve? I got to go Steve. I love Dustin, but Steve. Hey, Steve. Keep watch burn the Clone Wars, Avatar, X-Men 97. I haven't seen X-Men 97. By default, I have to burn it because I haven't seen it. I'll watch Avatar because I've only seen it once. I got to watch it again at some point, and then I'll keep the Clone Wars. Clone Wars is childhood. Any excitement for 28 years later? Not particularly right now because I haven't seen 28 Days Later. That's why. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch this. We'll see. What was better, Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice? I think Beetlejuice was leaps and bounds better in terms of just a complete movie with like character arcs, a compelling story, everything. I thought it was way better. Beetlejuice, almost just nonsense when I rewatched it. I have no nostalgia for that film. I want to make that clear, but I just find the movie to be nonsense. At least the second one had like a semblance of a plot. It was a bit messy and there were almost too many subplots, but at least it had a story to tell. The first one was really empty. It was really empty, in my opinion. Thoughts on Pirates 6 and John Wick 5? I personally think both are necessary and desperate cash grabs. I've heard for years now that Pirates 6 is happening. It's not happening. It's a reboot. It's this. I don't know what to believe. So to me, I don't believe we're getting a Pirates 6. John Wick 5, I don't approve of at all. Based on the end of John Wick 4, I mean, it was perfect. You couldn't end someone's character arc better. I don't know why we would continue that. They're doing Ballerina. They have the Continental show, what they did. I don't know if it's still going, but no, I don't want either of these movies. If they're going to do one of them, do Pirates 6 and get Will and Elizabeth back. But even then, I mean, they set it up. I don't even like Dead Men Telling No Tales, but there's a post-credit scene that sets up Davy Jones returning. Do that if you're going to do anything. Do you think Stranger Things The First Shadow will come to Netflix? Yes, but it won't be for a while because they are on tour in the US now. And so I think that it'll be some time until they actually come in. Was he meowing at the door again? Mm-hmm. Really? Hey, buddy. He likes to keep coming in here, doesn't he? Hey.
He just likes you.
Hey, buddy. Hi. I know. He wants to play, doesn't he?
Desperately.
I'll end the stream soon and play with him.
He's clocking me.
He's going to get you. Hey, buddy. He's very playful right now. He wants to go play with his the blue one.
I've switched out for another.
Yeah, I'll come play with him in a sec. To answer this question again, I do not think it's going to be anytime soon, but maybe one day. Are you interested in We Live in Time? Yes, I plan to see that movie. That's a movie I'm seeing next week. I can say that. So I'm seeing We Live in Time and Joker next week, and then 2 other movies as well. Go-to movie snack, popcorn, Reese's Pieces in the popcorn, and a cherry icy. Can't go wrong with that. Thoughts on Game of Thrones? I love the show. Don't care for the ending at all. But I have such fond memories of the first 7 seasons, actually, that I can look past a lot of it because overall I enjoy the hell out of the show. We'll go for a few more minutes here, take a few more questions. So fire off yours and make sure to super chat in ones that you're dying to have me answer. If you want more streams like this, you can find them on Patreon, but I'll go take a few more and then I got to wrap things up. And I'll have a YouTube video actually dropping today, Stranger Things video. So stay tuned for that coming soon on the channel. You saw the Sanders Hail Mary? I did. It didn't like blow me away or anything. It was like, oh, damn. Okay. But it wasn't like the craziest Hail Mary I've ever seen. Yes, the Pirates franchise ended with At World's End. I second that. I don't acknowledge 4 and 5. Am I coming to MegaCon this year? That's the plan. I should be there. Indy, that's my boy. How scared were you of the Georgia game against Kentucky? I was more pissed off than anything. I knew that Georgia would find a way to win. They do that every year. They have a game on the road in the SEC that's like way too close for comfort for no real reason. They just don't show up or whatever mentally. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad they got it out of their system. I was more just mad than anything. Really enraged, actually. Thoughts on RDJ's Doom? I have to see it executed before I can fully judge it, but right now I'm like, why bring him back? He was Tony Stark. It's going to confuse the general audiences. Predictions for the soundtrack in Season 5, considering we know it will be set in 87 or 88. Do you believe there will be more metal because Dustin is visibly in a metal season? I'm sure that we'll get some Metallica song in there as like an paying homage to Eddie. Thoughts on the overall soundtrack? I don't know, but I do know that they're going to cook. They're going to cook. And they're going to cook hard. Whatever is the epic remix this season for the trailer, for the final battle, whatever, I'm down. I already know it's going to rule. I have not seen Shogun. I saw it won all those Emmys. I haven't watched it yet. You know, funnily enough, it does suck, Ollie. It's really annoying. I made a video. This is what the video is about. Spoiler alert. I made a video about this. It's coming out tonight, and I addressed this exact thing in there. It's a bummer. So many people are coming over to Georgia for the Upside Down Con, and they were going to visit filming locations. This, Hawkins High School being one of the top ones, and it's getting demolished. It's a damn shame. What's the funniest Indiana Jones moment? Ooh. Honestly, there are some funny moments between Sala and Indy. I honestly, I go back to Raiders. It's that moment where Sala is like, they call him Balosh. And then Indy goes, Balak. The way that he just says that. I've always said that since I was a kid. It's the weirdest damn quote. It's probably stupid to a lot of you guys, but I've always quoted that. Your cat is so cute. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Who do I think will die in Stranger Things? I lean 11. I don't know what it is. I'm very much leaning 11 right now on dying. That's a funny one, too. Good pick. Ooh, there's another good one in Crusade. It's not necessarily fun. No, it might. Honestly, it might have to be in Last Crusade when Hitler signs the diary, the Grail diary. That's hilarious. All right, let's see. I love Indy. I love my cat Indy. I also love the Indy movies. I'll be rewatching them eventually. I haven't watched them this year, so I got to at some point. What shows am I watching at the moment? None right now. I watched One Tree Hill. I'm kind of in a show hiatus. Cam's watching Family Matters reruns, and so I've been watching some of those with Steve Urkel, But I'm not currently watching any shows on my watch list right now. And final thoughts on the Penguin. I talked about this earlier in the stream. Haven't watched it yet. Will be watching eventually. I saw one in here. This will be the final one. What's your next spooky season watch list? I want to watch Edward Scissorhands. I want to watch the Fear Street trilogy. And damn it, I want to watch The Haunting of Hill House. You might have sold me on that. So, yeah. I'll take 2 more. You're going to watch Creature Commandos. I'm on the fence about it. I'm not fully sold. And then Ollie says, stuck in a room with one Stranger Things monster. What are you picking? I'm thinking I'm taking I might go Demo Dog. Or no, I'm going Demo Bat. Because I think that if I had like any sort of weapon, I could whack that out of the sky. We saw Steve do it. One-on-one with a Demo Bat, I think I got it. It's when you have an army of Demo Bats that you might be screwed. But yeah. That does it for this live Q&A here on this Wednesday evening. This was September 25th. Went for about an hour and 10 minutes. Had a blast. I appreciate you guys joining. If you joined and watched the whole time, if you were here and there, if you watched only on the replay, Thank you. If you sent a super chat, it truly does mean the world. If you hit the like button or didn't, I just appreciate you guys being here. I'd urge you to consider joining my Patreon if you liked this. You guys can have access to exclusive streams just like this over there. You got reaction videos, commentary tracks to every episode of Stranger Things, and lots more content. So consider joining that community today. But that's going to do it. Stay tuned for a Stranger Things video dropping within the next hour or so here on YouTube. I will see you guys with more content this week, plenty of it. And until next time, I'll see you. I almost said my Stranger Things outro. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Ready? Until next time, I'll see you on the other side of the episode.